Welcome to Blitz. I'm Brian Carter, joined at White County High School with Warriors first-year head coach Tim Colquitt. Tim, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Glad to be a Warrior.
Absolutely, and you come here with an amazing track record, closing in on 200 career wins. Between your time here at Georgia, you spent time, I think, at GAC, Colquitt County, some powerhouse programs, and then, of course, a lot of time in Florida where you've won 6 state championships. And coming back here to Georgia again, what was it that kind of motivated you to make the move back to Georgia again, and why White County?
A lot goes into that, you're right. And when I came to interview, I just fell in love with the kids and the people here. It's the right time for me where I am in my career. And honestly, I'm just blessed to be chosen. I'm 53, They usually pick young guys anymore. But I'm super happy with the situation here in football. It's a great football school. And that really motivated me to come and be the coach.
Absolutely, and I know you said you feel blessed to be here, and I think everyone else feels the same having you here. A pedigree with 6 state championships. What I know I love about that is that you know how to win and you know what it takes. What does it take for a team? What are those key attributes that you look for? And is White County a school, a program that you feel has those attributes that could win a state title?
Yeah, certainly. The only thing I know to do is play for the championship.
Yep.
That's how God made me.
Yep.
But I think if you don't play for the championship or try to attain the highest level, you're cheating the kids.
Yeah.
Now, I think I've cheated some people in my life. I hope I haven't, but I've never cheated the players.
Yeah.
And so this group of seniors wants to win the region championship this year.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of our immediate goal.
Yep.
When I got here, I found that Coach Versluis and the weight room guys had not given up. They had really put time and effort in, even during the transition. And I think that has set us up for a really good fall.
Absolutely. And when you give that message, I feel I've already bought into what you're just telling me right now. What is that experience like the first time that you got to sit down and meet these players?
Well, transition's tough for everybody, and if somebody was good at it, then they probably did it too much. So what I've found here, this is just me and my personal observation, our kids are willing to do what we ask them to do. Yeah. Typically championship teams, playoff teams, teams that do well have great players. We've got players at White County that can play and play at a high level. But more than that, we got guys that go to class. We got guys that do well in the weight room, and then we got guys that are going to succeed on the field. So we don't spend much time saying we're going to go undefeated, we're going to have this record. We just want to win the region championship. The results will be part of the process. We go through it the right way. We do what we're supposed to do. Results will take care of themselves. But great kids, we want to win the region championship.
Absolutely, and I know it brings out that competitive fire. I'm sure you've seen it with your guys because when you come in, I'm assuming all positions were wide open at that point, regardless of who's been there, who's a rising senior, that kind of thing. So a chance for guys to reclaim their spot, guys, new faces to have a chance to step up. What have you kind of seen out of that so far?
Well, we have good competition and we have good depth. We're in a 4A classification. We're one of the smaller 4A schools, but we have 4A depth, which would be a concern coming in. Plus, we're building some depth from within. We have a returning kicker. So I think we're a pretty well-rounded team. Never are we ever going to be the team that wins by 50 points, that has a 10-point lead early in the game. We're always going to be that 1% team, where in every area of the game we've got to be 1% better so the end result ends up well. So the 1% principle is certainly at work here at White County, and we have it so that to get to that 1% principle, we have guys competing for spots and competing for positions.
Absolutely, but I know you're counting too on this senior class. Like you said, they're hungry to win. You got Caleb Crane, Desmond Lowry, a ton of other guys that you got some great talent, like you said, in depth. How much are you really counting on those seniors this year?
Well, in high school, when you have 2 big backs like Caleb and Des, doesn't really matter what you run offensively, you got a chance.
Yeah.
Most high schools don't, and me included, never have really had big bats. So Caleb and Des, but then 22 seniors who have all bought in to what we're selling and have really decided, look, we're going to lead this year. We're going to set the example for not just our team, but for the whole school as to what it means to come together in community, to all search or reach for a common goal. So not just Caleb and Des, but yes, 2 big backs helps play calling.
Absolutely, and I know this is a team. Last year, I know disappointment within the locker room. I'm sure the guys wanted better results than they had last year. 1-9, I believe they got outscored 324 to 117, if my numbers are right there. But how do you kind of shore up both those ends? I know that's a lot to take care of in just 1 year, but I know that we'll probably see a definite improvement on both sides this year.
We don't. I don't think I'm a reflective guy. I've coached in a lot of football games, 300. But people that know me will tell you I don't look back. Period. And so I think that's what we needed here, was just some forward thinking,
Sure.
some new thinking. As far as stats go, never really look. I think stats are kind of for losers. Jess Simpson at Buford told me that one time, and
wow.
it always stuck. Jess looked right at me. He says, stats are for losers. I said, yeah, you're probably right. So, but they are benchmarks. And offensively, we have to move the ball effectively and get it in the end zone to win, take the pressure off the defense.
Mhm.
But, I'm a ground and pound guy. I want to run the ball and play defense, be great on special teams. So we didn't look back at that. More so, we're looking forward to what we can do.
All right, last question for you, Coach. I'll let you go, but it's clear that you're a guy that also likes to invest in your players. You talked about how these are guys that not only do what they're supposed to out on the field, but go into class and doing the things that they're supposed to do. And I think you've gotten somewhere around, what I've read, 40 to 50 guys to college scholarships and even a couple guys in the NFL. Talk about, what the reward is for you as a coach to be able to invest in these guys for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, that's the cliche. We all say it, but I'm more interested in guys that'll come to White County, coaches I'm talking about, and live it.
Yeah.
We say, well, if the kid just becomes a better man. I see this on TV all the time.
Yeah.
You go around, you interview all these coaches. Well, if they just become a better man, well, to do that, we have to be better men.
Sure.
And so we've got a group of committed coaches who are committed to the cause, who I think will instill in our players values and principles that they can carry through to their life for their whole life, and be better because they played here.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's a cliche. I think that's how we do it. So I'm excited to be here and excited to be a part of that.
Absolutely. Well, I'm bought in. I look forward to watching what you guys do this year, and I can't think of a better person to be here for the White County football program. And, again, just looking forward to seeing what you do this year.
Thank you.
Check out our interview also with senior warrior Caleb Crane here on Blitz.